We made it to the Cliffs of Moher. Yay! And we're at sunset and we're just checking out how beautiful it is and just how powerful it is.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you. You know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down here, you make me smile. You're the solution.
So we have a lot to catch up on. We drove around the Ring of Kerry for a whole day with our friends, saw the ocean, saw a lot of fog, a lot of windy roads, some old historical ring forts, a baby lamb. Honestly, the baby lamb might be the highlight of the whole trip, which is sad but true. And had lots of good food, more fish and chips. Saw some pretty waterfalls, but all of that was the Ring of Kerry. It was a really full day, but we had a lot of fun doing that. And then the next day,
it's pretty awesome. Never felt more Irish in my life.
I just love anything that it's just like the raw power of nature, and you can see it.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's pretty breathtaking. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Get your soul. Hunting alone. Traveling from the deep forest into the sun. In war, there's never an option to run. Oh, Geronimo.
Jean, we made it to the top and we left the boys.
So guess who was too afraid to come
to the top, or too lazy, but either way, we're the best. So from Cliffs of Moher, then we drove up to Galway, and that was probably the most scary drive that we had, because it was 2-lane roads that were 1 lane, and that their speed limit was like 80 kilometers an hour on. But
a lot of it was 100.
Yeah, and it was like a 1-lane road that went in 2 directions.
Correct. And at one point, we were taking turns driving, and people were having it as a challenge to can we even get close to the speed limit, because the roads were so windy, and they were downhill, uphill, blind curves.
You're just driving around the road, and all of a sudden someone's right in front of you.
And it's like semi trucks, big trucks are going on these same roads. It's not like it's a private residential area. It's like a main thoroughfare, and it's maybe a car and a half wide. It was crazy.
So from there, then we got to Galway, and we were in Galway just overnight, stayed right in the main drag, and we went to a couple bars and had more fish and chips and listened to some local Irish music. So we really enjoyed. We found that a lot of the bars that are in the tourist district are playing American music, but if you go just off the beaten path, you can find little places that have the local musicians playing traditional Irish music, which obviously I would rather listen to that than Bob Dylan in Ireland.
Traditional Irish music is you too.
It's not you too. And
or
so then,
Pogues.
so then from Galway, then yesterday we drove the longest drive of our trip, but luckily it was finally some highway, so it wasn't as draining. And we drove all the way up here to Northern Ireland, and now we're in Portrush.
So
we did
Dublin, Cork, Killarney, Galway. And now we were going to Galway up to Belfast. But first, today we are in Port Stewart.
We stayed at the coolest place on the Irish Sea. We had a balcony that overlooked the ocean, and we got lucky with a rainbow on our first night.
Give us your soul.
That night, we went to a modern Italian restaurant, and the guys got fancy drinks that smoked, and they had a lot of fun.
Traveling from the deep forest into the sun. In war, there's never an option to run.
The food was amazing. It was probably one of the best meals that I can remember, and it was Italian food in Northern Ireland.
We are going to be taking a little Game of Thrones road trip.
Yep, so that will be the next video. So I hope you've enjoyed thus far in Ireland, and I hope you come back for our makeshift Game of Thrones tour.
Yeah.
Thanks.